Hey girls, it's Thursday! The theme this week is books, so I'm here in my basement with my lovely bookshelf. I can honestly say that I've read 99% of the books on those shelves right now. I read a lot growing up, and not so much at school because I don't really have as much time, but I still have lots of books that I want you all to read. First, to get them out of the way, Land of Stories by Chris Colfer. Adorable and cute, and I really like the way that he made all the storylines weave together. It was an easy read and good, and like, yeah, just read it, okay? All of you probably already have. Okay, moving on. Obviously, big John Green fan, because obviously all 5 of us are big John Green fans, because we wouldn't be doing this video blog without them. So we have Looking for Alaska and Fault in Our Stars, and they're both pretty much perfect. They're just perfect. 2 authors that I would pretty much read anything by. Sarah Dessen. I know it's usually cheesy, like teenage romances, but you know, everyone's got their vices. Also, Maureen Johnson. This one is called 13 Little Blue Envelopes. I love it so much, I've read it a lot. I know TJ, you mentioned Maureen Johnson too, and I agree, her Twitter is perfect, so go follow her if you're not. But yeah, good authors. Next, a book that I remember really liking from like middle school is called The City of Ember. I don't know the exact age range for this book. I remember really liking it, and there's a sequel called The People of Sparks. Basically, it's like this civilization that's underground, and they don't really know that they're underground. So they don't really know about like modern day technology and stuff like that. And it's kind of about how they escape from this underground land. It sounds really dumb when I'm just saying it right now, but I remember really liking them, so I saw them on the shelf and I thought, why not? A book that I read maybe last year is called Naomi and Eli's No Kiss List. It's by the people who wrote Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. The book before it became a movie. It's kind of sad a little bit. It's this girl, Naomi, and this guy, Eli, and they're best friends, and Naomi's kind of in love with Eli a little bit, but Eli is gay. And then one day Naomi catches Eli kissing her boyfriend, and all sorts of problems ensue. But it's good, and I enjoyed it, so there's that. This is a book that's not really a book. It's called a quotationary. Basically, you can look up quotes, like famous quotes or interesting quotes by subject or like whatever. It's just really interesting to read through and look at, and I really like words and playing with words and stuff like that, so I really like quotes. Stuff I'm reading right now. I'm reading a book, well, I've read a book. It's really short. It's called Steal Like an Artist by Austin Kleon. 10 Things Nobody Told You About Being Creative. It has some really cool like graphic looking things and just like lots of pictures and stuff like that. And it's just very interesting to read and very informative to being creative and being inspired and things like that, which is good for me since I'm an art student. On my mom's Kindle, I'm reading a book by Stephen King called 11/22/63, and it's very interesting, and it's interesting from page 1, and it just really pulls you in and really makes you want to like read and continue on and find out what happens. It's kind of time travel-y, and I don't want to give too much of the plot away, but it's so interesting. And it's not like normal Stephen King novels that's very like scary, because I am not good with scary. So yeah. My last book rec that I'm reading right now is called Making Ideas Happen by Scott Belsky. Very much about taking your ideas and creative thinking and making them into reality. And he talks about ideas being like 1% of the whole creative process, and a lot of it's determination and sweat and actually doing the grunt work to make your projects become something. I've pulled out a lot of good quotes from this, and it's just really inspiring and helpful for art student. What can I say? Holly, I love you. TJ, pretty much everything you said is everything I was thinking. Is even Dear Mr. Potter. I love that book, and seriously, every time I pick it up and I read a new story or a different letter, I cry. Like, almost any time that I've picked up that book, I've cried. But it's like a good cry, and it's like I feel that I am this person kind of cry, and that book made me feel really, really good about the Harry Potter fandom and about the Harry Potter community, and just relating to people on that kind of level, and yes, I love that book. Oh. Sarah, His Dark Materials. I love that trilogy as well, and it's awesome. The Great Gatsby, I hated that book. I hated it, I hated it, I hated it, and everyone else in the world loves it, and I don't see it. But then again, this is the person who liked The Scarlet Letter when no one else liked The Scarlet Letter. So, also, I'm expecting a really cool video from LeakyCon, so take lots of footage there, please. Sarah and Maribel, yes, you do need punished. So I am challenging both of you to do something embarrassing in public. That is your only guideline, but it needs to be embarrassing, and it needs to be on video, and that's all, and I can't wait to see that from both of you. Bonus points for Sarah if you do it at LeakyCon. Today was my last day at my internship at my church where I was working doing graphic design work, and it's kind of bittersweet. So the rest of my week and a half, 2 weeks of summer is free. I'm going back to school next weekend, so in a few weeks my videos will all be from my new house at school, which I will obviously take you guys on a tour of. I think that's it. Have a good week. Maribel, I will see you tomorrow.